Here we have our virtual reality slit lamp device, which is an absolutely exceptional tool for training. It's a courseware based system. At the beginning of the course, it will literally show you how to use the slit lamp.
So the idea of this device is it starts off at very basic. It teaches you where all the controls are, how to manage it, what each one does, all the basic functions, through to how to examine a healthy eye. And then it will lead you into different cases. And there's actually up to 150 cases in here.
And it will walk you through anterior pathologies, how to use a posterior lens and examine the retina and the optic disc. And it also has a gonioscopy lens.
So now when I bring my gonio lens into position, I actually rest it against the patient's eye. And what you'll notice is it even simulates the gel behind the lens. So you have to actually get used to moving the air bubbles as well.
Currently it's being used in optometry schools, so it will literally walk them through how to use the slit lamp and techniques all the way through. The system actually has exams built into it.
So with this particular case, you can just see there's a bit of a foggy area here. So what we're going to do is add some fluorescein, like we would do in clinic, and then I'm going to engage the blue filter.
It's also being used for independent prescribing. They will all examine and then produce their own case management.
So you've also got examination targets in here as well, where it's kind of getting you used to looking at these different aspects.
For the young optometrists that are lucky enough to have access to this type of technology, that really is going to add another layer to their training that just didn't exist. To learn how to visualise different pathologies and learn different techniques, they would have to do that from just learning on real patients. And that is still important. Of course, real patients are important, but things like contact gonioscopy, it's really a comfort factor to learn that difficult technique in virtual reality. Then you can transfer those skills to a real patient.
But the eye itself is going to act the way that a normal eye would. So if I was to actually turn the light brightness up too much, my patient's going to blink more, they're going to move a bit more. So the difficulty in clinic is your patient's moving, the lens is moving, your arm's getting tired, and it's a lot to learn, and it can take a very long time to get proficient at it. The benefit of this, if I say, you learn that technique early on, and it just makes it that bit easier when you do then come across these cases in clinic where you need to do this particular technique. So with each case, you also have patient history. So it's kind of getting you used to, this is kind of what your patient's going to be presenting with. And these are the things you need to associate with this particular condition. So the idea of this device is it's not only telling you what the condition is, it's kind of showing you signs and symptoms to look around the condition as well. So this particular case is a herpes simplex. So it's telling us to put the dye in, it's telling us to look for the blue light, and it's just kind of getting us used to the kind of things that we expect to see. Like I say, there's lots of different conditions built into this device. But it's fantastic from a training point of view and a teaching point of view. Some of these conditions, it could be a long time before you ever actually see them in clinic. And learning what it is to look for each particular condition can take a while to get round to seeing. At least with this, you get to see the classic signs and symptoms with each condition.